What's up, family? Welcome to Mini Bytes session 13, and today's theme is fasting. It's been a few days since I've recorded a video. I had some engagements over the weekend that kept me pretty busy, and I'm happy to be back. So we're going to talk about fasting, and I will share my personal experience with fasting and why it is something that I believe in and why it is something that I find to be beneficial. So I'm on day 2. Technically, it's been about 36 hours since eating. And why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? Well, there actually, for me personally, are some pretty big benefits to fasting. So I'm going to focus on 3 today. And one thing that fasting helps me to do, it helps me to recognize what stimulates a desire to eat outside of the normal needing to nourish my body and needing to obviously sustain with food. There are definitely times and periods throughout the day when my body's response to a certain type of stress is to want to eat. And emotionally, the connection there is almost like a form of self-protection. So when I'm fasting and I notice points during the day or the night where I'm getting hungry, it's generally in response to some type of stress event or trigger, which living in a city at this point, there are lots of. And so what I've found in the last 24 hours or so is, again, certain conversations, certain interactions that are higher stress tend to be the times where I begin to question, is this something I want to do? Do I want to continue fasting? So it's been really important for me to observe in this brief time that I've been fasting that, in fact, the stress triggers for me tend to be with interactions with people that are higher stress, with people that I'm close to, that tend to be have triggers for me. These seem to be the times that I want to eat. And then throughout the rest of the day, there really wasn't a desire to eat. And this is a segue to my second benefit of fasting, which is basically it's a body reset. So, the belly that's constantly doing work and digesting, and the body that's constantly doing work to digest the food that I consume. This gives the belly and the body a chance to rest and reset. And I feel that. Yesterday, outside of certain interactions that triggered a certain amount of stress, I felt very comfortable, and actually some really good feelings surfaced as a result of my body not having to do the work to eat. And for me, it just is something that every once in a while feels really nice. I do intermittent fasting as well. So I'll miss a meal here and there. And sometimes for religious reasons, I will also skip a meal. But generally speaking, my favorite type of fasting is one that is at least 24 hours long, because it's really in that time where I feel like I'm giving my body and my belly a chance to rest and reset. And I'll spend the rest of this morning session on the final benefit for me to fasting, and that is literally when my body doesn't have food to process or digest, it's not distracted. And certain emotions that perhaps I've been ignoring or pushing down are able to surface as a result of not having that distraction of processing food or eating food or thinking about when I'm going to eat food. And if you think about it, when we eat, a lot of time when we do eat, we are eating as a result of an emotional trigger that's taken place. We're eating to bring comfort to ourselves. It's a way that we bring comfort to ourselves, which I have no issue with, and I've certainly done, and I certainly will do. That being said, when I fast, it kind of clears the body from distraction, and it allows certain emotions to come up. And so I'm not at the point where some heavier emotions are coming up yet. That will probably happen later on in the day or maybe this evening. Right now, I'm feeling pretty lucid. I'm feeling intentional. I'm feeling present. and I'm feeling satisfied with the reset that my body is having, which tells me that it really needed it, because to go almost 36 hours and not be feeling more agitation at this point, or more of the kind of heavier emotions, tells me that my body really needed this, because it really seems to be enjoying not eating at the moment, and that's just where it's at. So there are benefits to fasting. I would certainly recommend, at the end of the day, it comes down to what the body is asking for. But if you've never tried it and it's something you're interested in, to do more research. Some people include certain powders and teas and things during a fast, so there's just a million ways to do it. I keep it simple, water, and depending on the length of the fast, I do introduce certain nutrients into my diet. If you'd like to learn more and have more of a conversation about fasting, we do discuss fasting in the Trifecta Core Health Initiative. It is part of what I coach on, and so you can visit www.emc2nolimits.com to find out more about the program. And you can also email me at emac@emc2nolimits.com, and just ask for more information there, and I'll be happy to help as much as I can. All right, everyone, have a great day. Love y'all.